Hello everyone, and welcome to another video of mine. Today I'm just gonna talk about my first experience with getting high off marijuana, weed, dank kush, whatever you want to call it. So basically it was during my sophomore year in the winter. It was cold as shit outside, and me and my friend went to another friend's crib, and he had weed. So he asked if I ever smoked weed before. I was like, no. He asked if I want to try. I was like, hey, why not? Life is full of experiences. So I tried it. I didn't really like it at first. So we didn't smoke out of a joint or a blunt. It was this thing called gravity bong. Basically you just dip a water bottle in a water bucket, I think. Yeah. And you pack weed into a ratchet piece, and basically you just burn it and pull the bottle up, and smoke goes into the bottle, and you suck the smoke out of the bottle, and basically that's how you get high. So I took my first hit, and oh my god, it burned my chest. I was like, bruh, you got some water? You got some water, man? And they were just laughing at me while I was dying on the floor. So after I coughed my lungs out, I didn't really feel anything. So I sat back up. I was like, I'm good. And they asked me if I feel it. I was like, nah, I'm good. So I sat there for a while, and then I started rocking back and forth. I noticed it too. I was like, wait, why am I rocking back and forth? And one of my friends noticed that I was rocking back and forth, and he was like, you good? I was like, huh? What? I am a lightweight, just so you know. So one of those hits got me high as shit. And then, since it was my first time, they didn't really mind spending weed on me. And so I took another hit, coughed my lungs out again, and right by the time I finished taking the second hit, it was like my mouth was so dry. I think they call it cotton mouth. I don't know, but it was dry as shit. I felt really hungry and really thirsty, and my eyelid was heavy as shit. I felt like I had 2 tons stuck to my eyeball or my eyelid. And then I rocked back and forth a few more times, and they pulled me another hit. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want another hit. They were like, no, you gotta take this hit. You can't waste it, or unless you're gonna pay for it. And I didn't really have any money, so I was like, alright, I guess I'll take it. I took half of it, and I died. Well, not literally, but I died. I was on the floor coughing my lungs out, and they had to get me a lot of water. Water didn't really help. It tasted like shit. So a few minutes later, I laid down. I was feeling so woozy, I felt like I was in space, like I was floating. Then a few minutes after that, I passed out, and I passed out for 3 hours. I woke up. There was nobody around, so I went to the living room, and one of my friends was passed out. The dude who brought me there wasn't there, so I woke the dude who was sleeping up and asked him where the other guy was. He said he went home, and I didn't know my way home, so I was like, how am I supposed to get home? And the dude who was sleeping was high as shit, so he didn't really care. So I was on my own pretty much. So I went outside. It was dark, it was cold. I felt like I was abandoned, like a wild animal. So I called my friend up, the guy who brought me there, and he said he was home. I asked him if he can pick me up, because I didn't know my way home. And hey, shout out to him though, he's the real MVP. He actually came all the way back to get me. So I didn't really feel hungover or anything. I felt weird though. I didn't feel bad, but I felt weird. I don't know how to explain it. So I walked back home. My eyes were one was open, one was half closed, and my dad asked me if I was alright. I was like, yeah, it was just really cold outside, and it froze my eyeball. And believe it or not, he actually believed that bullshit, so let's keep that on the low. But yeah, that was my first time getting high. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment telling me what your first experience was like, and give this video a thumbs up if you want more of these stories, because I got a lot more to tell, but I don't know if y'all ready. So that's it. I'll catch y'all later.